A Charleston County jury has found a woman guilty in connection to a 2020 killing in North Charleston. A Charleston judge sentenced Kiera Gosa to 5 years in prison, followed by 5 years of probation. She was found guilty of accessory after the fact of murder in the killing of Christopher Brown in May of 2020. Now, her trial started last week. Investigators testified that Brown was stabbed more than 70 times inside a townhome by Gosa's sister home, Nylasia Mullins. Officers later found lots of blood and signs that the scene had been cleaned with bleach. Prosecutors say Gosa was called to the home around 3 a.m., drove there, then helped her sister leave and later lied to the police during an interview. Now, court documents also show she tried to help her sister avoid being arrested by U.S. Marshals before she was found in North Carolina. Nylasia Mullins pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter last July. She was sentenced to 30 years in prison.